Camera woman is here, bro.
So we've got a center cross, okay, like this. And that's going to be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch that to the Van de Graaff generator. So, which is going to create a tremendously high voltage, okay? So I'm going to create an excess of electrons on the center cross. Then these strips here are connected around to the outside, okay, right? And so that's going to get grounded on the Van de Graaff generator. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to allow an excess of electrons to flow, and then we're also going to give it the potential for those electrons to go back. So when I turn this on, this has to be conductive or this won't work. So what's going to happen is that when once I get this connected up to it, and it's going to, let's say that I just put it right there on that middle cross. So what's going to happen to the ball?
Probably nothing. It's going to gain electrons.
It's going to gain a bunch of electrons, right? Okay, so here's what's going to be important. So that's going to gain a whole bunch of electrons. The cross itself is also going to be negatively charged. So it's going to want to try and do what?
Repel.
It's going to try and bounce off that, right? So this is going to temporarily leave with a whole bunch of excess electrons. Then, once it gets to the grounding strip, then what's it going to do?
Release. It's gonna bunch.
Release
Or
those
give.
electrons.
Yeah, it's going to offload those electrons, which is then going to circulate back to the ground. So then once it gets to the cross again, then it's going to
Pick
pick up electrons, going to be negatively charged, then it's going to offload those electrons. So this is where I will get a little bit shocked. But
Shocking. All in the name of science.
okay, once I get this going, I'm going to need you to, all you have to do is just drop this in here.
Don't touch
Okay?
it.
Don't touch it. All you have to do is just drop it in there.
But I like electric.
Yeah. So then, and you can actually hear it arcing.
Whoa. Whoa.
What?
The screen started flickering and
Oh,
doing
yeah.
weird things.
Okay. So as this begins to move around, then it's continuously picking up those excess electrons and then trying to find a place for them to get offloaded. So if we can get this going around, then that's going to continuously move as it picks up those electrons, gets repelled. So somebody go turn out the lights and see if we can actually get this thing to arc a little bit and see it.
Arcing is cool. I'm the new ball, so I touched it.
No.
I see it. Don't touch it.
Yeah, we got some.
Oh, I know. Move over, let the camera see it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if she can because she said the screen starts flickering.
Oh my gosh, it is glowing.
Let's test somebody what?
On the camera.
Yeah, it's glowing.
I want to see the camera. Hold on.
It's glowing white.
Well, don't get it near it then.
Wait,
Somebody turn the lights back on because I can't see anything.
Yeah, I think that's the reflection of the ball.
Oh, it is the reflection.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, you thought it was too.
Oh, it's reflecting off the. You weren't even looking at me. You were looking at the Van de Graaff generator. Zap zap.
You can still see the arcs.
Well then.
So this whole thing works. And this is actually kind of a crude version of a particle accelerator in terms of what you do is that you take an electron or proton and you alternate in between these fields. And then as it gains charge and loses charge, then
Whoa.
chocolate. Okay?
Ooh, it's shot. I can see it arcing underneath as well. On the underside, back by the strip. Oh, it stopped now because you ungrounded it.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah, it's going. Something's happening.
Okay, watch out.
Woo!
Okay.
Shocking!
One thing, it might work.
Ooh.
What was really cool was seeing it between that and the ball.
Hey, Brayden. Or
Oh, it's a
Brandon.
table?
One large
Well, I don't know. We'll
You're
try grounding this
sparkling.
better.
I am? Why?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay, watch it. Here we go. We'll try
Sparkling.
this.
What's the sparkling?
I don't know.
A lot of background dark sounds.
And by the way,
You don't
you're always
see it?
going to take
It's like
like
all
a non-conducting.
Frizzy.
It's still on.
Flickering between black and
It
blue.
is.
Oh, that's just color problem.
It should just. An ideal world would actually be.
Oh, it's zapping in the back again.
Oh, but it's moving though.
I mean, okay. We have gravity.
All right, watch out. Okay, all right, back to you.
Now we're making standing gravity.
And then when he made the ranch, I did one.
Okay, that's it. I'm banning gravity.
One day I couldn't come to school. You made her anti.
I wasn't there either. I had
Because I had my wisdom teeth out that day. So I couldn't get rid of
I think I had a call.
Can you move yourself, please? I don't know. Yeah, no.
The world is my Minecraft system.
Okay,
Oh, please. Never, ever, ever. Call it that again.
okay, so there are certain,
This is really warm. Never
there are
realized
certain
that.
like grand experiments that you kind of need to know in terms of just a general background knowledge of science. And one of them is the milk and oil drop experiment, because that's what allowed them to actually calculate the value of the charge. And so, so the video you're watching, no, you're not gonna have any homework tonight, okay? Yes,
Thank you.
and so this is one of those situations where it's just like a general background knowledge of science and this milk and oil drop. And it was actually one of the first great like American breakthroughs that happened in terms of the discovery. So in terms of like a timeline, they knew there were negatively charged particles, and that was done by J.J. Thomson. But they didn't know the exact value of the charge, okay? And that was the hard part. So if you look at what I just did back there, it's like, oh, okay, great, we're making a ping pong ball roll around. We've got this Van de Graaff generators generating all this electricity, and the ping pong ball is picking up, and it's moving, and it's offloading that, and then it's gaining it, and it's kind of starting to move around. But how do you quantify that amount of charge? And so that was one of the genius things that what Milken was able to do, is he was the first one that actually got the value of that. So sit back, just enjoy. Like I said, you're not going to have any homework, and this kind of gives a nice explanation on that milk and oil drop experiment. So
Milk and oil. Oh, turn off the camera.
yeah.